What up, my friends? How are you doing? How are you doing? I am back from the Final Fantasy pre-release, so we are here to talk about some pre-release action and other fun things. So first things first, I'm going to grab the live stream link and share that in the Discord, and then we will go from there. All right. This season, the Final Fantasy season, is so short, right? Like, before the next set, we've got like 6-ish weeks, something like that. So yeah, that's a really tight little window for Final Fantasy, and considering what a doorbuster it is, it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. All right, there we go. We got that done. And let us do our hellos as well. What up, Millmaster, Jess, Ziria, Kevin, Zircon, Teferi, Eng. Who else is in here? Baba, Everyday, Huckleberry, Kensuke, Bob, TJ, Nico, James. What's up? Hello, my friends. Oh, Millmaster Super Chat says, Michael Hatcher, you're my hero. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to get that printed out and put on a shirt. And I'm going to wear that shirt, man. I'm going to wear that shirt. But first, I'm going to put you up on the board. I think I saw in passing in the chat, I'm going to have to scroll back up, but I think I saw somebody mention Final Fantasy IX, that they might be doing a remake of Final Fantasy IX. Carly will be excited to hear that. She is a big fan of Final Fantasy IX. That's her favorite one. So she's disappointed that none of the Final Fantasy stuff I've shown her from the cards have really been Final Fantasy 9 based. Hold on, what's going on with my camera here? Let's fix that up. Every stream, the cameras drive me crazy. Okay, there we go. That's fixed. Chim, a tight season indeed, buddy. Very, very tight. Every day, why do I think they made such a tight season for Final Fantasy? I mean, they have a ton of product that they want to put out there. And they're just like, I think part of the reason is they didn't have a full-on game plan this time around, right? With the whole, like, these Universe Beyond sets, I don't think they were originally meant to be standard sets. Like, I don't think Final Fantasy was designed with standard in mind. I think they decided that they were going to put them in standard in an attempt to boost standard and maybe also increase the desirability of this stuff and get more arena players into it as well by making it like a standard thing, right? But they basically just had to kind of configure things at the last minute and go, okay, where are we going to put things in the schedule? How is this going to affect things like our other sets, the online stuff that's going on with arena, everything. So yeah, I don't know. Everything, like, most sets get 7 weeks, something like that. 7 or 8 weeks maybe. Final Fantasy gets like 6 or 7. So it's not even that huge of a difference. They're all just smaller seasons now. Imperial, you wonder how long they'll sell these because this is a limited release. Well, this is a licensed product. They're going to want to get their money out of the license, and it takes them a year longer to make sets like this because of the whole back and forth with the company that owns the license and the things they have to sort out. So I don't know. If you look at Lord of the Rings for an example, then you'd go, or they're going to have it readily available for 2 years. But if you look at other indicators right now, like Tarkir, they realize people want more Tarkir, and they're like, we're going to get more Tarkir for you. We are. It'll be available at the end of summer. It's like, okay, it takes them time to get stuff made. Look at Foundations. Foundations is standard legal for anywhere from 5 to 9 years. But supply of Foundations is not the easiest to come by, right? Like, it was pretty much non-existent for a long time. And now some places have some, it seems like. What up, Larry? How's it going? Shelton, you're going to build a deck around Choco, the Seeker of Paradise. I had some Chocobo action going on today. What up, EP? Just got your hands on Final Fantasies 1 through 7 since they were on sale. Nice. That's a good set of games right there. What up, Juglum? Final Fantasy Tactics? Yes, also very solid game. TJ, it's amazing they can sell 12 packs of cardboard for $700. It's true. It is pretty wild. Pretty wild. So, I got a pre-release kit. Obviously, I went to the pre-release. I've got stuffs from it here that we're going to take a look at. So, I didn't get the special Crystal 20 spin down, right? This was actually gotten by my buddy got one, and the other guy at the table got one, and that guy said he didn't care about the die and offered to trade me for my die. And I said, no, you don't have to do that. And he's like, no, I really don't care. And he swapped. So I got the crystal die, and because I used the companion app to log into the event, I also got the Final Fantasy Crystal 10 sided spin down. Baba, what awesome cards did I get? Well, we shall take a look at that, man. We shall take a look at that. Larry, well, hell yeah, man. Have fun at the pre-release tomorrow. All right, and then, so we got some random art cards because my buddy gave me his too. Look pretty sweet. Random art cards that we can use for Lord of the Board. Bum, bum, bum. It definitely is weird. It definitely is weird having Final Fantasy on the magical cards, but at the end of the day, it's still fun playing Magic, right? I had fun playing with the cards. All right, so we got my deck stack here, and then we got the other stuff that isn't my deck. So I think the rares are probably all together in a clump somewhere in here. What up, Slow? You just found my stuff today and you've been listening to my Brothers War playlist. Hey, thanks, buddy. I'm glad that you've been enjoying. The Brothers War is one of my absolute favorite storylines in Magic the Gathering. So that's dope, man. All right, let's start with the non-deck stuff. All right, so then we've got just a bunch of randomness. There you go. There's one of the rares. Starting Town. Not too shabby. I was only playing 2 colors. So for me, this was... I didn't care enough about it. I thought I'd just leave it as is, Didn't think it would make that much of a difference. Imperial, you haven't played Magic in like 8 years. He came back for Final Fantasy. There was another guy at the pre-release, actually, who I hadn't seen in years. It had been years since he got any Magic, and Final Fantasy brought him back. So we got Ignis. There we go. We got Nibelheim Aflame. So I got some mythics. 2 red and 2 sorcery. Choose target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If this was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. And it flashes back for 7. So not too shabby. Not too shabby with the Sephiroth action. Put that in the... I guess we'll put the rares over here. Teferi, no, I didn't play with the UFO. I didn't play with it because I had like no towns in my deck, bro. Like no towns. Thompson, what's up? You going to Serbia, eh? All right, have a good time. Chuglum, you're happy I got to play, but you're also jealous. Understandable. Understandable. Okay, we got a foil red mage rapier. Whatever, right? Put that up there. We got a foil wastes. That's all right. We got a foil suplex. Down at the pre-release today, there was a bounty. The first person to suplex a phantom train would get a booster pack. Larry, going on a date for a short walk, taking some selfies, and building a teepee out of driftwood. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like some hippie nonsense. We got a foil coral sword. All right, whatever. Jordan, what's going on, bro? Zero, that's right. Did get the foil suplex, so that's all right. We got Kane. I like Final Fantasy IV as well, so I'm pretty cool with getting him. A black and 2/4. During your turn, he has flying because of the jump ability, and whenever he deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards. You create that many top treasure tokens, and they lose that much life. I don't like this. I don't like it, and not because I couldn't read it right now, but because I don't like giving my opponent my cards. So I like that it's Kane from Final Fantasy, but I don't like the actual abilities. Then we got Kuja Genome Sorcerer. I got this one as well. A red, a black, and 2/3/4. Beginning your end step, create one of those 0/1 black wizard tokens that deals a damage whenever you cast a non-creature spell, but it comes into play tapped. And then if you have 4 more wizards, you transform Kuja, and then you get a 4/6 avatar wizard. And this one says, if a wizard you control deal damage to a permanent player, it deals double that damage instead. Not too shabby. Not too broken. In terms of the bonus sheet cards, I got a To the Crystal Tower, Cryptic Command. This would have been a much bigger deal back when Cryptic Command was a much bigger deal, but Cryptic Command still a very solid card and some very awesome artwork, right? Like, that looks fantastic. Then we got, these aren't rares, Combat Tutorial, Sabo McWabo. What do we got? Anything else? Oh, you know what? I have the card in the deck that makes this token. All right, well, it's cool to see. Looks like it's all probably just commons. Teferi, white, green. That's right, buddy. I played against this thing today. This is pretty gross, man. 4 mana for a 2/2 flyer death touch, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Like, gross. Ziria, did Landfall do absolute work at the pre-release? Landfall is actually part of my deck, and it wasn't too shabby. It wasn't too shabby. I like the airship in this artwork. That's fun. All right. Oh, there's Vincent's Limit Break. Oh, and Realm Sketching. I love it. These are fun cards, man. These are fun. It's hilarious that they have the love song from Final Fantasy VI. But that is a big one, man. My friend I went to the pre-release with, he didn't know which one was which. And then we started talking about them. And he realized, he's like, wait, yeah, 6 is my favorite. So, we're the same on that one. All right. Looks like there might be some more foil stuff here at the back. Haste Magic's not too shabby. Oh, Light of Judgment. Kefka's gonna burn you, boy. All right. What else do we got here? Yeah, there is a foil back here. Vane's Treachery. And then there we go. So that's what I had in the non-used part of my cards. What up, Lasagna? How you doing, buddy? All right. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna unsleeve my actual deck. So we'll have a pile of whatever over here. This one was all right. This card was all right, man. I mean, it's sorcery speed, so whatever. But 4 mana, create 3/1/1s, or you can tap up to 3 target creatures and put a stun counter on one of them. It's not the best, but it was handier than I thought it was going to be, so I did like that. Juggling, what card is my favorite? Oh, I went Final Fantasy VII style with this deck in one way. You'll see what I mean when I get to it. Okay, we got the ramen cup. It's so weird to see this on a Magic the Gathering card. You know, just like, here you go. Here's a cup of instant noodles. Okay. Then we got one of the first I've got multiple chocobo actions going on in my deck. So you got this guy who's got landfall. Whenever a land you control comes out, put a +1/+1 on him. Not too bad if you get it right away. Not too bad, actually. Did not mind that one. And then we've got this funky little enchantment. Ride the shoop off. A green and 1 for an enchantment. Whenever land you control enters, put a +1/+1 on target creature you control. And 2 green and 5 make it a 7/7 beast. I like this. It's good. It's good. Like, not amazing, but still better than I thought it was going to be. I was happy with that. I saw it multiple times and was not unhappy to see it. Okay. Oh, I didn't even realize. See, I put the deck together, but you forget what's in it. So I didn't realize I had more ways to make birds than I thought in this deck. Because there's definitely a full-on bird theme with multiple cards that care about me having the birds. And we got Torgal. It's like 2 mana for a 2/2. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell each turn, it gets +1/+1 counter on it for each dog or wolf you control, and taps for a man of any color. That one's all right. That's all right. It's not too bad. Grizzly Bear's come a long way. I didn't even realize he was legendary, but that makes sense. And I only had one, so I wasn't going to run into that problem. I'm going to put the lands off to the side here. Not too shabby. But who cares about looking at basics, right? We got a world map. 1 cast and cost artifact. 1 and tap it, sack it, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Or 3 and sack it, search your library for a land card. So you can either get a basic for 1 or any land for 3. That's an alright card. That one's alright. We got the Magic Pot, which is, it's 3 mana for a 1/4. You can exile cards from the graveyard with, and it gives you a treasure token. It's kind of underwhelming. Oh, I got one of my side quests up, like still transformed here. I wanted a side quest to catch a fish, and I did. And I ended up with this land. This isn't too bad, man. Like, 3 mana and sack an artifact to put a +1/+1 on all your guys. In constructed, probably not nearly good enough. But in, like, the whole pre-release limited, actually surprisingly sweet. I liked this. Oh, that's right. There's the white chocobo, too. The deck always surprised me with how many random birds it had in it, you know? Okay. What's this? This is a boost spell. It's alright, man. I mean, 1 mana to give +4/+4 as long as you have 3 or more creatures. It's not too shabby. +2/+2 is kind of underwhelming, but it'll do in a pinch, you know? Then we got a 2/3 flying Moogle that'll let you put a +1/+1 on another guy. That's okay. That's alright. Having flying's alright, because obviously you need evasive creatures. You can easily just get stuck staring at each other across the board otherwise, right? Alright. Oh, the Iron Giant. This guy. I mean, this limited is where this kind of a dude shines. Nowhere else, really. Maybe, I guess, might work in some kind of pauper deck, possibly, but, you know, this is something we would have salivated over back in the early days. 7 mana for a 6/6 Vigilance, Reach, Trample. So it can block flyers, doesn't tap to attack, and tramples over blockers. Like, bro. Let's just... And it's obviously nothing by today's standards, too. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a big, crazy, insano giant that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Hey, Pofilligan with the membership gift. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for... Oh, you hooked EP up. EP's right here in the stream. That's nice. Yeah. Also, Bo, thanks for the pre-release hookup, big boy. You're the man. You're the man. Oh, Helgen. You are the member, Lord. Thanks, buddy. Larry, yeah, the inner packaging of the pre-release kit is dope, man. It's dope. It's the original, like, the original Final Fantasy vibe. It's a sweet box. It's a sweet box. It's got the good time vibes, man. That's the divider. And then now I've got both of the special Final Fantasy dice too. Bo Falcon, how did it go? It went well, man. I had a good time. We're just dissecting the deck right now. We're taking it apart. Nope, I've never read that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bo Falcon, thanks for not leaving me hanging, son. This Gigantode was alright, too. 4 mana for a 4/4. And as long as you have 7 or more lands, it gets +2/+2. Like, Torgal would let me get him out a little bit faster, and that 4-size body was something to reckon with. And then later on, if you have 7 lands, now he's a bit bigger. Like, it's the kind of jank that it's pure garbage, right? Like, you'd never really put this into anything other than like a Toad-themed deck or something else with the exact same kind of extreme restrictions on it. But, you know, in an environment of just pre-releasing, that's okay. That guy was all right. Monk's Fist, this was underwhelming. It's all right. I mean, it's 2 mana. It makes a 1/1 because it makes the hero token, right? And then it gives the equipped creature +1/+0, makes him a monk as well, which is just fine. It's fine. You get +1 power and you're a monk now, but it never mattered. It never mattered. That's how it felt. Never got to see this guy really shine. He didn't stick around long enough to, you know? Like a 1/1 mana death touch. But then he's got 8 mana till end of turn he gets +1 for every permanent card in your graveyard. So like later on, if the game's been running for a while, he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something, you're gonna see it, you know? Alright, some more lands to unsleeve here. We got another side quest. I never got to transform this side quest. I got to cast it. I got to cast this one. And when I cast it originally, I didn't, like, when I put this out on the board, I thought I didn't even have 4 chocobos. I didn't even think I had 4 birds. But when it comes out, you make a 2/2 chocobo. And when you have 4 birds, you flip it over and it turns into a 2/2 black chocobo. So you just search a land. Oh, you just search for a land. Okay, so it turns into a bird. It makes a bird, then turns into a bird, and gets you a land. I do like the whole chocobo breeding thing, though. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Yeah, this equipment I liked better. See, the Monk's Fist is 2 mana, and it's just like +1 and you're a monk. This is 3 mana, and it gives you +2/+1 and ward 1. I don't care about the creature job types that it gives you, because that wasn't really relevant to anything I'm doing, and I guess that's just a flavor thing overall. But at least this equipment had more of an impact. +2/+1, you know? +2/+1 and ward 1, more of an impact. Oh, then we got Rinoa. So she's a 5 mana 4/4, and when she comes out, make a 1/1 legendary green and white dog token called Angelo. And whenever she attacks, another target creature you control gets +1/+1 till end of turn for each creature you control. She didn't get to stick around long enough to do what she was meant to do, unfortunately, because there was going to be some grossness. Oh, it was going to be great, but she got taken down. Anyways, that was the right choice by my opponent, and I even told them so. Then we got Blitzball Shot, a green and 1. Target creature gets +3/+3 and trample until end of turn. Just gonna boost up playing Blitzball, which feels so weird. And then we got Fat Chocobo. This thing also counts as a bird. This Saga enchantment that also makes... Okay, I had plenty of birds. I definitely had more birds than I thought at any given time. Alright, so that's the non-rare stuff. And then I do have some rares. So the Chocobo theme, the bird theme, ran true and strong. It ran true and strong by giving me Bart's and Boko. 2 green and 3. 4/3. When it enters each other bird you control, deals damage equal to its power to target creature opponent's control. I did get to play it and have it peck out my opponent. Ba-bam, ba-bam, one of his guys. Lightning. You know Lightning, that 3/2 insane first strike. Now my stuff does double damage to you for the rest of the turn. That crazy thing? Well, Bart's had a Chocobo peck her to death. So that was pretty sweet. I enjoyed that. I got Ultima, which only showed up in a game where I was running house. And it was like, I had all the creatures, and there's no way on earth I would want to play it. But what a strong spell, man. Destroy all artifacts and creatures. Just boom. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. So, also, I had some absolute craziness in the form of Knights of the Round. Anybody who's played Final Fantasy VII to the end and who's bred the necessary Chocobo action to get to the little round island and get the Knight of the Round summon knows how ultimately busted this summon is. It's so strong and dumb. The animation on it takes a long time too, but it just does absurd amounts of damage, right? Like absurd amounts of damage. So once you get it, you just spam. Once you get it, you just spam. It's such a powerhouse spell. Just so powerhouse. So I got this, and I just went, oh my god, I got Knights of the Round. And I looked at the casting cost and was like, that's expensive. Because it does cost 8 mana, right? But then look at what the first 4 levels do. Right when you put it out, create 3 2/2 white knight creature tokens. And then do that again for the next 3 turns in a row. And it's a 3/3 indestructible, right? On top of that, when you get to the ultimate on the 5th chapter, Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them. So all your guys become indestructible, and they have +2/+2 for the turn that this goes off. They stay indestructible, but they get +2/+2 for one turn. That's nuts. What up, ADK? Cheating it out, that's one way to go. I didn't. I hardcast it. I actually managed to hardcast this thing, which felt amazing, honestly. What didn't feel amazing was on my opponent's turn, him turning around and going, okay, I'm going to play whatever that spell is that gives -9,999. He played that on Knights of the Round. And because it's a creature, right? It might be indestructible, but doesn't matter. Its toughness is 0 or less. So, yeah, it went to the graveyard. It went to the graveyard. And I was pretty disappointed. But here's the thing. 2 turns later, I drew my other copy. Because I actually got 2 copies of Knights of the Round, bitch! 2 copies! So I played that second copy, at which point my opponent promptly conceded. And I did not blame him, because he had expended all of his good removal. And I just felt like, I'm going Final Fantasy VII, baby! I literally spammed Knights of the Round, son! Double spammed. Knights of the Round. Double spam. Knights of the Round. Like, bro. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? Baba, that's right. Love it. Ziria, what the hell? Indeed. 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 SC, the set's too expensive. Agreed, bro. So, double Knights of the Round. We're going around town. And then there's one more rare. One card that knew it had to be united with me, right? Like across time and space. There was one card from this set that we knew I had to have and I was going to end up with. And it ended up in my hands. Dun, 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 dun. I got him! I got a foil jumbo cactuar. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not going to be worth anything other than the memes, man. Other than the memes. Jumbo. 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 Hey, Jordan Allen, thanks for the mic drop hair sticker super chat, big boy. Let me put you up on the board. Let me put you up on the board. Summon Knights of the Round. I got 2 of them to go to town. But yeah, I saw the Jumbo Cactuar and the Knights of the Round and stuff. And it's like, bro, you think I'm not going to play green-white? You think I'm not going to go big, dumb nonsense is coming to town? You best believe it. And with all those Knight of the Round tokens and other things that I had that made tokens, the Renoa was pretty sweet, bro. Pretty sweet. Jumbo foil cactuar. You should sell it. You'll be set for life. Yeah, I'm sure it's worth an entire $1 or whatever. I doubt it's worth. I have no idea of what the values are of any of the stuff in this set, man. Ziria, that would have been hilarious if I pulled a third Knights of the Round out. See, I had some hugely expensive casting costs. Ziria, now you see why I didn't do the pingers you saw earlier. It's just brutal pulls, honestly. Yeah, you're like, you know what, man? I saw the stuff that you didn't put in your deck, and I'm just like, why did you go this route? And then you see that, and you're like, whoa! 2 Knights of the Round, baby! It's so gross. It's so gross. Jess, when you say jumbo's worth $17.50 American, it sounds like you're talking about your dick. You negotiating a price for it? Negotiating the price. And then I got two extra Final Fantasy booster packs from the event. And I got two extra booster packs from the event that I am keeping for like a wheel stream or something like that. Okay. Where am I putting these? Right here. Pop them in here. Phil Master, how much to put 4 jumbos in your hand? Do you mean like one between each finger gap? Baba, it's time for your bed. All right, buddy. Have a good night. Have a good night, my friend. Have a good night. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Those can go in there for a second. And this stuff can all go into the box over here. There we go. There we go. And that is not all. That is not all. Ziri, if I get another Knights of the Round, I need to change it to the Magic Historian of the Round. TJ, why don't I play Arena? I do play Arena. I've played Arena like every day at least for the last year, but I've been playing Arena since 2017, something like that. There have been times where I've taken breaks from it, but I've been pretty on with Arena overall. Like if you take a look on the live stream channel, it was not that long ago. I don't remember the exact date, so hold on, I'm just going to check here. I'm just going to check. Yeah, like May 26th. So like maybe 2 weeks ago. Here you go. Two weeks ago. 2 weeks ago I did stream it. I did stream it and talk about it. And there's the video. There's the video of it right there. I opened up 500 boosters. I have like hundreds and hundreds of wild cards and all kinds of draft tokens and stuff. So that channel is where all the live streams end up when they're done here, you know? Juglum, what deck box? You mean this one? They're not available anymore. Yeah, you have to mean that one because the pre-release kit one, you know, you get it from pre-release. All right, so check it out. Check it out, guys. Ziria hooked up this. Ziria contacted my local gaming store and he sent them some money to get me the Final Fantasy VI Commander deck. So this will be saved for a very soon to be filmed installment of Commander Kraken. Well, filmed, I say filmed, I mean streamed, really. We're going to do a stream very, very soon to open up this Commander deck. Because Final Fantasy VI is my favorite Final Fantasy. And a bunch of cards in here themed to them, I mean, this is going to be super enjoyable. I actually showed this to Carly, and she asked me about Terra, and I started explaining to her about how there's the Espers and how Terra is actually the child of an Esper and a human, and how the Empire is taking Espers and basically rendering them down and ending them, and then using them to create magicite, which can be infused into both people and into machinery and gear, so you can create magical technology. And there's just the fact that she doesn't even know who and what she is, and discovers her half human, half Esper heritage, and goes berserk and turns into a spirit and flies off into the sky. And I just went off, and she's like, you know, like a fair bit about this. I was like, yeah, I love Final Fantasy VI with a passion. And I was talking to my buddy at the pre-release today, and he couldn't remember one Final Fantasy from another. But when he's like, which one had Locke? And he started saying other things. I'm like, that's Final Fantasy VI. And he's like, yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Zeria, yeah, being able to sell your wild cards on Arena would be pretty sweet. I'm sure there'd be a lot of traffic that way. Yeah, a lot of comments saying that they're excited. I'm excited too. This is fun. This is gonna be I've enjoyed the Commander Kraken episodes. Even the decks that I didn't really like that much, like that terrible green blue elf Lord of the Ring deck that I hate. It was still fun to open it and go through it. But this one in particular, seeing all the different characters, is going to be a fun experience, right? It is jarring for this Universe Beyond stuff. I'm still not fully settled into seeing properties from outside of Magic on it, but I really like Final Fantasy. They put a bunch of effort into this to make it pretty good. So, I don't know, man. It's weird. But I'm hyped, so I'm just going to enjoy myself. Larry, who's Terra's father? Terra's father is Maduin. The Esper Maduin. Ness, you hope you get to open one of those in the FF7 Limit Break deck. Oh, the Commander deck? So yeah, Zeria, nice job. This is a sweet score. It's going to sit on the shelf right there, like a foot and a half away until the fateful crackening, which I imagine won't take very long at all. I imagine it's going to be in the next couple days. It's pretty sweet, man. It's pretty wild to see the characters rendered the way that they are in this as well. When you're used to, this is from a pixelated Super Nintendo game. And I do have to say that I really love the Super Nintendo. Very, very much. And I know part of that's going to be nostalgia. I absolutely accept that, right? I accept that part of it's just going to be, you have these feelings for it because, you played them a long time ago when you were younger and whatever. And I'm sure that's partially valid to some degree because we all have fond memories of things that we enjoyed in the past. But the Super Nintendo era of gaming was a truly special time in gaming, right? This was back in the days when consoles meant something. To try and game on your computer was a challenging business because every time you went to play a new game, you needed new pieces for your computer. But consoles were something where you could just take games and plug them in and play them. It was like magic. Just boom, pump them in and go. And you're done. You're good. Have fun. Play. Right? So Nintendo was amazing. I had played Coleco before that, but Nintendo was like, whoa, Super Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda, like there's some epic stuff on here, all the way up to Super Mario Brothers 3. Kablam, this is sick. But then the Super Nintendo came along, and the Super Nintendo, the 8-bit to 16-bit graphic transition was incredible. And the games were so deep. There was so much to them. There wasn't like a bunch of crap. There was mostly goodness and a lot of effort put into them, and they just felt genuinely special. And Final Fantasy VI is a special gem. Like the Super Nintendo is like games are like a pile of jewels, but atop those are some big, like ultra mega jewels, and things like Final Fantasy VI. They're one of those, you know? Imperial, one thing you saw come back to buy Magic is, holy man, it's expensive now. And that's only happened in the last few years. Like, it wasn't that expensive for a long time. And now it really is. And Super Metroid was your favorite? Metroid was good. Metroid was good. I remember Metroid on the Nintendo more. Yeah, if you left Magic and come back after 8 years, everything's going to seem insane. The prices are going to be crazy. The focus of everything being on Commander, all of it. All of it. Juglum, Sega Genesis was dope. Yep, Sega Genesis was dope too. Luke, get some Castlevania action in there? Yeah, man. Just that makes the most sense to play the game with proxies at this point. Can't blame it. Like, honestly, Magic has gotten insanely expensive. It really has. To the point where a booster box of Final Fantasy is like $400. It's so far out of my reach that I haven't even considered it, you know? And you can get so much for $400, bro. Like, there's so many things that you can get for that it's insane that that's what they want for a box of 30 randomized boosters. And apparently there's some quality issues. I have to look into that. But I saw some firsthand, actually, at the game store today. Which reminds me. I may as well make a note of that. Because yeah, there's some quality stuff going on. Jordan, Tolarian Library. That's right, buddy. That's right. And the code, my bones hurt. That's the one. That's the one. Luca, Earthbound all day. I've heard great praise for Earthbound. I never actually played it, but I know that's one of the ones that's up there. Larry, yep, you can easily compare Magic purchases to things like video game consoles. Sapphire, $7 for a foil jumbo Cactuar on TCG player. Nice. Nice. Nico, you getting the commander decks but no boxes or anything? Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Castrilli, old games were so annoying. Some were. Some were. Some were. Some were very harsh. Jordan sold out in one day, even with one per customer. It was a madhouse watching people. It can be pretty wild seeing like enough people acting in conjunction. You just realize like how crazy it is and how obviously the people in charge of the government and everything want people to stay calm and not go out and do stuff en masse because holy shit, if they do, there's nothing you can do when the people flood the streets. I realized that when we won some random when we won the Canada won the gold medal in hockey or something like that. And I was living in Toronto at the time, right? Which is the biggest city in Canada. There's millions and millions and millions of people living there. And the Canada won the gold medal. And my lady at the time was like, let's go outside and like there'll be some people celebrating. Let's go out. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, you'll be able to hear it. And we went outside. And I couldn't hear anything at first. I was just like, okay, we went outside of our apartment and started to head towards one of the more main streets. And then I was like, I feel like I can hear the ocean almost a little in the distance. And that's what it was sounding like. There was so many people. They were literally just flowing into intersections and just blocking off intersections, climbing up on cop cars and other people's cars and stuff. Like, it was madness. Pure madness. I've never seen so many people anywhere in my life. And I've been to like Niagara Falls during tourist season, right at the fireworks show with the massive presses of people. Ziri, it's 170 for a box where you are. All right, well let's see what the price is right now. Let's see what the price is in my area for a booster box because I didn't even look when I was at the game store. You know? Something on that level. It's just like, okay. Oh, maybe it's, where is it? Oh, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. Okay. All right. I thought they were like $400. They're like 250 to 300. All right. I mean, it's still absurd. Code, you got Cloud and a Buster Sword in your box. There you go. Put them together. Put them together. TJ Hamilton. Oh, nope. I ain't I ain't an Hamilton man. Juggling, don't you start trying to smoke crack with these other guys. Jordan, best you can find is 193. All right. Ziria, okay, once you put the exchange rate in and then it becomes a lot closer between us. Doom on Xbox is free right now with the pass. All right, thanks for the heads up. Joe Neal, were pre-release kits also inflated? Oh yeah, everything is. Like in Canada, we're dealing with not just Wizards price increase, but tariffs as well. So the prices are no fucking joke, man. They are no joke. Nico, is the LGS selling any of the new playmats or anything? Good question. I don't know. I didn't see. I didn't spend that much time looking at product today. I spent more time interacting with people. I guess that I hadn't gotten enough socializing recently, so I spent my time chatting. Sirius says, reminds me of the Always Sunny episode. Oh, did someone get addicted to crack? Juggling, don't do crack just because you're bored, bro. Imperial collector boosters are crazy prices. One collector booster, $75 plus tax, bro. It's insane. It's insane. Like, you want a box of collector boosters, it's like a fucking grand or more. How long till the banning of VV? They're not going to ban anything anytime soon. First of all, they said they want to keep standard bans to like 1 a year. Secondly, they want to sell more of this product. So VV's not getting banned. VV's just going to be cranking the price on Quicksilver Elemental. Juggling, you think a witch put a spell on you? Imagine if that could actually happen. That'd be so weird. Nico, Vivi's broken. Yeah, Vivi is a powerful card. A powerful card. Yeah, Jess, I don't think people want to be ruining their lives, bro. Stay away from the hard drugs. Do the hard pre-releases instead. What up, Brady? How you doing, buddy? Imperial, you need to check Squall's cards. There's a rare Squall that's alright. Gives double strike, lets you bring stuff back from the graveyard. I had to face off against it. It was pretty annoying. Unfortunate you like the Chocobo that gets a +1 counter for landfall. I had that one, actually, in my deck today, and it was solid. It was solid. Nico, did I grab anything else? No. Nope. No, unfortunately, this stuff is too pricey. And, fucking, me and Carla's got multiple things she needs to get done at the dentist. I gotta go to the dentist. And she's got physical therapy. So money is how you say tight. So that kind of limits that. The fact that I could participate in a pre-release at all is just good times. So I'm becoming more accustomed to just pre-release and not even bundles anymore. You know? That's just how it goes. There's an ebb and a flow, and perhaps at some point in the future things will flow in a way where I can be like, I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff, but right now you got to flow on your level, son. Nico, you got your bundle for $75. All right. I mean, everything's expensive. Everything's expensive for this set. Jess, at this point, Magic the Gathering addiction is as bad as a crack addiction financially. Yeah. Yup. Serious says you want Audra to open other Final Fantasy products. Vote with your wallets. Link to the PayPal below. There you go. You led the way, right? You're the reason we're going to get to crack and check out that one Commander deck. So, if anybody wants to hook me up the other Final Fantasy Commander decks, I'm not going to say no, son. I'm not going to say no. Brady, you had your whole pre-release canceled? Did they cancel it because they knew you were coming to it, bro? Because if so, that must be tough on your self-esteem. But you just need to tell yourself you're not a bad guy and everything's okay. Get yourself a slushie, you know? Billmaster, they ain't tripping the flows. Don't cross streams. Don't cross the flows. Unfortunately, you had to fork out $5,000 for your wife's dental work. Feel my pain. This guy gets it. At least you know what, though? It's nice to be able to take care of the people you love. That's for sure. That's for sure. Juglum, no. No. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Why is Cloud's Commander like 180 and Terra's 119? It depends on where you go. They all have the same like suggested retail price, but the cards that are in there and the demand that goes along with it, whichever decks have the highest level demand tend to end up getting sold for more. Wizards sells them in like, you can't just buy one particular Commander deck. You have to buy them all from them. and there are some that won't sell as well. So stores will turn around and go, okay, we're getting stuck with this product that we're going to have to sell for cheaper just to get rid of it. So balance that out by selling this other thing that people really want for more. So it's that simple. It's that simple. Unfortunate. Yeah, man, having an emergency fund is amazing. Amazing for your peace of mind and quality of life. 100%. Not everybody's always in a position to build one. I wasn't for a long time, so I get it. But, I agree. It's awesome. It's awesome. Zeria, dropping that cheddar on your teeth. At the end of the day, like, on one hand it sucks, but on the other hand it's awesome that you can just pay with money to make your teeth better. Because the other option is they're just not better, right? And it depends on where you are, right? Like the commander decks vary in price. So in Canada, they're more expensive considerably. Brady, oh, it was your pre-order got canceled because they said the allocation was cut in half. Well, if it makes you feel any better about what they're saying, that's happening in a whole bunch of places. Allocations are cut, so they just don't have as much product to go around. I've seen posts of lotteries for product, um, like a number of different cancellations based on allocations or restrictions. Xeria, yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. Like, we got a bunch of healthcare that's covered in Canada, and then there's stuff that's not. So it sucks that, like, the physiotherapy for Carly isn't covered, and the dental stuff for us isn't. But then there's a bunch of, and the prescriptions. But then there's a bunch of other stuff that straight up is. So it's like, well, you know what? At least a bunch of stuff is, right? TJ, tariffs don't apply to online sales. No, they do. They do. It doesn't matter whether it was made online or not. George, get rid of your teeth and get dentures. Yeah, I don't think that I want to go that route. Bo Falcon, planning on going to the one tomorrow too. I want to. I'm not sure if my buddy is going to be able to or not. He's got to figure out with his wife. This is what happens when you're old and you have a wife instead of just young and you can do whatever you want any hours of the day. You got a wife you got to deal with. Ah, it's my life now. Wait a minute. I was talking about my buddy. So I want to. Yes, I would like to very much. Um, we'll have to see if I can or not, though. Chim, 2 places have canceled your Final Fantasy orders, hoping the rest goes smoothly. It's pretty wild. How many places did you order from? TJ, you mean between people on the secondary market? I mean, as singles? No, not really. I don't think so, at least. Jess, anything that's happening with like America, and I don't know anything about this, so I'm not really like weighing in on it, but if something happened, let's say America's doesn't have the tariffs going on or pauses them for a bit, um, uh, like Canada sets the tariffs that's making Magic more expensive for us here. It's like it's weird how it all works. It's weird how it all works. Bo Falcon, hit you up if I need something to play or whatever. All right. All right, buddy. Sounds good. Especially that whatever. Huh? 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 Little bit of a hot dog picture action, if you know what I'm talking about. Go on down to the fucking Whole Foods and get yourself one of those vegan artisanal sausage buns and take an artistic picture of the dongus. Is that what we're talking about? Hmm? Because I mean, I'll take it all. Yeah, I'll take the money and the sausage picture. Just the picture though. Don't want to miscommunicate on what I'm saying here. Oh man. So yeah, it would be fun to go again tomorrow. Another commander deck. Well, yeah, Boat Falcon, yes. The answer is yes. Forget it. Let's do that. Forget the whole sausage thing. Forget the whole bun thing. Let's do that. Let's do that route. Let's go the route where if I can't pre-release, then I can commander deck. Or both. Or neither. Maybe just the sausage thing now that I'm thinking about it. Oh. Oh. Goofy. Larry, you thought the tariffs on American exports were removed? I don't know, man. I haven't kept up to speed on it, but everything I see is still all the whole buy fucking Canadian and blah blah blah. What a terrific idea and shit. So I don't know. I mean, shit's expensive as hell for Magic and whatever, so I just presume that it's still ongoing, man. Still ongoing. And you don't have a sausage, but you got a taco. Well, how you can fit that in a bun? Actually, speaking of tacos, we're getting taco holders. We're getting official taco holders. The taco kits that we buy had sent us a picture of a receipt showing you bought 2 of our products in the same purchase, and we'll send you a taco holder. And so Carly showed me that. She's like, I bought 2 taco kits. We can get a taco holder. And I said, yeah, get the taco holder. Get it. And then I said, we should probably have 2. We can have 2 taco holders, so we can each have taco. It sounded like an owl there. 2. So we can each have our own taco holder. So that's what's going on. We did the math. We figured it out. The taco kits are good until like October or something. And we'll have tacos probably like 1 time a month. So that works out. Eric, can't wait for pre-release on Sunday. First time you ever signed up early and it sold out 2 days later. Well, good that you did, man. Good that you did. Zeria's like, innuendos aside, do sausage tacos exist? Is that a thing? I don't think so. A taco holder, you mean a plate? A taco holder, you mean a hand? No, a fucking taco holder. Well, I mean what I fucking say. I mean what I say! Except when I say that I don't want pictures of sausage and I do want a commander deck bowl. Yes. I wish that's what then I mean it. But also don't mean it. Okay? No, it's like a fucking ridged metal thing that holds your tacos upright. Yeah, you could put a taco on a fucking plate, dickhead, and then it fucking goes sideways and it can barf out its jank. But sometimes before you put something in your mouth, you want it to be held proudly erect, okay? So I want my tacos to be throbbing and full of meat and erectly facing my fucking mouth, directly pointing northwards towards me. All right? I want it like this, not like this. Okay? London Bridge isn't falling down. The tacos must be fucking rigid and upright. Okay? That's the deal. Brady, you don't even need to print me some fucking taco holders, because guess what? I got some on the way in the mail. I got them on the way in the mail, baby. Jess, how much would everyone pay to eat supper at my house? Maybe I could start a business. What, just like a big table full of food and then me yelling? Just, that's it. Do you guys want to come to a buffet where I just have the PA systems hooked up and I just say crazy shit out of the announcement system while you eat your food? Ziria, it's past 4 in the morning. Shouldn't you get some sleep, man? Eric Chorizo spicy sausage. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Ziria, if your flight's paid, who would do that? Yeah, no. Hey, man, if I had a restaurant and I said crazy shit over this, would you come? Well, yeah, if my airfare is paid. That wasn't part of it at all. Hey, man, do you want to come and play soccer this weekend? Yeah, if you're offering to pay my mortgage, bro. Like, what? What? Syria, you should but can't. Too much excited. You're too much excitement. You're just too excited about the pre-release. You can't sleep. Well, that's fun. It's fun to be that excited. That's right. That's right. You will pay the airfare. You will pay for your own airfare. Eric, you got 4 plastic cactuses that are taco holders? That sounds pretty cool, actually. Jesse, you'd start saving money if it meant you got to have supper with me. I feel like we could do a big baller potluck, you know? We could do a big baller potluck. That would be pretty sweet, man. And we'll just get like a little stage, a tiny little stage off to the side, and I'll heckle you guys. I'll talk shit about how bad you are at eating. You suck at eating. I'll see how many people choke from laughing. I'm gonna kill some of you fuckers tonight. Crunchy shells aren't really tacos. You're not really a fucking person. So your opinions don't fucking matter, Milmaster. You like fucking floppy tacos in your mouth like you like fucking floppy dicks in your mouth, alright? Because you don't have the fucking courage to have it in your mouth fucking hard. Because you're a little bitch. So how about you shut the fuck up? To be honest, fucking crunchy tacos aren't really tacos. Yes, they are, you fucking numpty dingus. Go fuck yourself. They're the best kind of tacos. You fucking pompous gourmand dickhead. Alright? Fuck you. Alright? Juggling taco holders, your anime noodle stopper doesn't sound too stilly. It holds them upright. It holds it fucking upright. It makes sense. It makes sense. Eric, you put hot dogs on crunchy tacos with mustard and relish. You deserve to be imprisoned. You should be thrown into a prison. Sirius says, Mailmaster, I hope you only give Renka instant ramen in any magic packs you get now. Did you call me a Groupon? I've used Groupons. I've used those. Eric, no, man, I ain't gonna put my wiener in a taco shell, bro. That ain't happening. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now, baby. Bowwagon! Oh no, what is this? Oh, You're sending me fucking images of... You're sending me images of hot dogs inside taco shells. You want a sausage taco to put in your taco holder. Look at this. Hold on. Look. Look at this. See the metal thing underneath? That's what I'm talking about, is a taco holder. That's what I'm talking about. Millmaster, get out of it. Ketchup on a hot dog is the real deal. Eric, you told me hot dogs and tacos. Yeah, apparently it's a thing. Larry, it's heresy. Yeah, we've got to fucking burn the Xeno scum. Imperial, you have taco holders too. I will soon. We don't have them yet. And I'll be real. If Carly actually went out and bought taco holders, I probably wouldn't care about them. But getting them for free as part of a giveaway with the little branding on them and stuff, and the fact that I had never really seen taco holders before in my life, putting those facts together made me excited. Bo Falcon sending me this shit. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? Why are you sending me pictures like that? I'm gonna be like, that's officer. This is what he did. Imprison this man. Taser his ball bag, officer. Taser his ball bag. Spaghetti tacos. Brady, Carly had that. Carly got that at a restaurant once. Ew, beans and chili. Gross. Gross. Jess, yeah, man, if it gets too hot, I can't sleep. I'm the same way, bro. Siri says, I come from a country with shite food and that's still a crime. Zircon says, we're not all rich. We need to make the chili last. Oh, Zircon eats, like, special chili made with fucking vacuum-sealed, freeze-dried, brought back from space delicacy food. And he's going to talk about that? Come on, man. Come on. He put on his designer pants that cost fucking $800 but are meant to look like rags so he can just go, us poor people have it real rough. Anyways, I've got to go back to my artisanal pizza oven and make a pizza now. Pinky's out, gentlemen. I mean, it's tough for us poor folk with no dollars, huh? Right? Am I right? Huh? You know, like when you run out of distilled water for your parrot pond? Right? You know what I'm saying, fellow poors? Us poors have it rough. Like, you know, when you got your parrot pond and, like, you run out of distilled water for it, and then your fucking butler has taken the day off because his dad died, and you're just like, oh, I cut his pay for the day, but I still had to deal with my own parrot pond with the distilled water. So we can't all afford chili, Millmaster, says fucking Zircon. Eric, you're ready for taco dogs? Well, that's what you deserve in life. That's what you deserve. Chocolate ketchup is godly on a hot dog, bro. 100%. TJ, you put a cheese slice on two ends of a loaf of bread for dinner. You ain't got a big enough mouth to chew that. Bill Master, is this a good time to say you cooked a different syrup on your Hot Friday? No, it's not a good time. This is a terrible time for that. That's right, Nico. Imagine watering your own parrot pond. Zircon, you ordered a sampler of 6 types of dried chilies. Oh! We gotta make it stretch with hot dogs. Come put your dick in my chili. My chili's not meaty enough. Will you please put your ball bag in my chili? TJ, how you mean the crap bag end parts of the loaf of bread? That makes way more sense than an entire loaf of bread. That makes a hell of a lot more sense, man. Yeah, I mean, my chili, if I make chili, it's basically just meat sauce. Jess, you selling dragons? Selling dragons for 20 bucks? Because the pawn lady wouldn't take your stuff. She don't want your crap. Get it out. Don't bring your garbage in here. Millmaster, where can you find a contractor that does parrot ponds? You gotta talk to fucking Zircon. And I have 18 different kinds of chili. And I grate them using a solid gold cheese grater. Ziria, crumpets are alright, bro. Crumpets are legit, actually. Juggling, you hope I get some more cards. Got to admit, the set looks pretty solid and fun. Yeah, man. Definitely. I want more cards. I want more fantasy stuff. I'm digging the set. I'm digging it, buddy. Zircon microplane. Yeah, that's just a fucking fancy boy word for long grater. Thompson, yeah, you mentioned you're growing them fucking hot peppers, big boy. On your farm, you little farming weirdo. Syria, full English breakfast. That's weird, though. It's got like beans and stuff, man. I can only eat so much stuff. Like, I can only have so much massive food go into me, especially at breakfast time. The breakfast can't be too big, or it goes beyond the threshold of enjoyability for me. Like, I made an omelet today, and the eggs I used for it were pretty big, so the omelet ended up being bigger than I wanted, so I ended up leaving some of it on the plate. So yeah, when they bring out those like, oh, it's a crazy breakfast. Here's fucking 5 eggs and 8 sausages and 7 pieces of bacon, 8 pieces of toast, fucking home fries, steak, fucking potatoes, all of it. And it's just like, oh my god. Oh my god. This one's called Jeff Never Came Home. Okay. I don't need that. I do not need that much, mean. A few strips of bacon, an egg or two, maybe some toast on the side. I can go for that. See you later, Imperial. Juglum, your chili dogs use the Hormel chili with beans in a can. I can't. I hate beans, bro. Beans ruin chili. Ziri, you're a glutton for good food. You eat so much you're surprised you're as scrawny as you are. Well, calorie count, activity level, all that matters, right? Bo Valgan, Phoenix Rising Dollar sent for the artisanal sausage taco. Thanks, you fucking taco weirdo. Juggling white onion for more bite or sweet for the novice eaters. Yeah, I definitely do like onion. I didn't like onion when I was younger, but one day I awoke to the glories of onion. TJ, you like pepperoni, the hard stuff? You got to take the pepperoni and you got to put it in the freezer until it's really hard. And you got to fucking sit on it and warm it up until it's an internal consistent temperature. and then you can consume it safely. That's what you got to do, man. That is a medical, scientific fact. I'm telling you right now. So I haven't been buying Barks and bringing it home. I did have Barks today when we went to Arby's because that's normal how I'm doing it. I'm like, okay, I can have Barks when I'm out at like a fast food place or whatever. Just don't bring any home. But in place of Barks, I have been making my own homemade swamp water, which is something I never really did. I used to do it at, like, you'll go to the 7-Eleven and make a swamp water there. But I'd never really do it at my own place because I never really had enough kind of pops. But I happen to have Dr. Pepper and like orange Fanta and something else. So I just went and bought a couple of 2-liter bottles, which I would normally never buy. And went ahead and went, I'm just going to mix up my own swamp water. So for the last couple days, I've been having some swamp water. Ziria, you're lucky you have a fast metabolism because your disability makes physical activities hard. Would suck. Oh, well, you know what then? Yeah, you lucked out. That's good. Habanero agreed. Beans are bad and you should feel bad. Correct. Millmaster, ew, ranch water. Gross. Swamp water, bro. A good swamp water needs a proper base of root beer, cream soda, orange, or you can use cream. You know what? Cream soda or root beer are really the preferred. You need a good percentage of that. You want like a good chunk of that. And then you can mix in the other pops as you choose to taste. So this has been a fun little experiment. Correct, TJ. Swamp water is all the flavors at a self-serve pop machine. It doesn't have to be all the flavors, though. Swamp water is a melange, but you get to choose. Cereal, oh yeah, tomato slices with breakfast and stuff like that? No thanks. No thanks. In terms of fruit with breakfast, apple slices, orange slices, grapes, melon, all that, yeah. Jess, glaciers are rocks, so you're a lava monster. Okay, then. All right, buddy. If you say so. Oh, yo, Imbalatro. I beat the hardest challenge. I beat the no joker challenge. It was very difficult. But I accomplished it, and I am pleased with myself. And grapefruit. I find grapefruit to be too sour. I don't like grapefruit. So if they left some of that on my plate, it would go uneaten. Yeah, man, that challenge in Balatro is hard. Now the stuff that I have left to do is way easier. I'm still playing it like a month longer than I thought I would because I've got Oblivion and I've been waiting to dive into that, but I wanted to finish my Balatro action. Thanks for the congrats, guys. And yeah, Bo Velkin, it did take some time, bro. It did take some time. Mailmaster, grapefruit fucks with a lot of common medications. Does it? So if we inject grapefruit into our ball bags, will that cure us of the pharma curse, bro? Will that detox? Is that how I detox my body from all the harmful man-made chemicals? Do I have to inject grapefruit essence directly into my ball bag the way that you roid up your own butt cheeks? Roid up your own butt cheeks. So ridiculous. Grapefruit enzymes inhibit a lot of drugs from being broken down by your body. Oh, man. Fucking grapefruit. Trying to stop my heart medication from working, right? Zeria, grapefruit being deadlier to you than drinking with your meds is crazy. Yeah, that is pretty wild. It's like, yeah, vodka and everything's crazy, but grapefruit, bro, you do not do it. Carly made cookies last night, and they were delicious. And I ate 3 of them, and I should not have. I should have only eaten 2. The third one was where I entered into the land of regret, right? Or it's like, oh no, I shouldn't have eaten this. Turns out she ate 5 cookies. So later on, she's like, my stomach hurts. She tells me today, she's like, I don't want to tell you last night because you would have made fun of me and hassled me. But I ate 5 cookies last night. I'm like, you did? And she's like, I ate like one of them at 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing? Dirty fucking cookies at 2:30 in the fucking morning? DJ Longhair, what's up? Zeria, what kind of cookies? Chocolate chip cookies. Just regular. Just regular. Just the big ones. They were like she ate the more regular sized versions of those, bro. It keeps it in your body so the meds work too well. Oh shit. So we're gonna take grapefruits and get like ultra high forever? Is that what you're saying? Are you telling me that I can do all the drugs in the world and then as long as I eat a grapefruit a day, I'll stay high forever? Because if that's not what you're saying, then I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you to death. Lizard, if I stopped at 2 cookies, you'd have regretted not having 3. You can't win. See, though, that's the good, though. Like, if you regret not having more, that's always a win. Like, that longing for more is way better than the, oh, I've had too much. You know? I mean, you had a good experience and you wish you had more of that experience. Not turn this into a garbage experience. DJ Longhair, what's up? You got stuff to do, but you've been stuck in bed. Oh, well, stop porking the ladies. And by ladies, I mean your rolled up tube socks. He thinks banging tube socks is tubular, guys. So, I'm too busy to get up and live my life because all these bitches be tiring me out. And then all the bitches are a bunch of tube socks. And it's just like, this is it, man. Players got to play. You got to live the life that you were meant to lead. And I got to fuck these socks, bro. Like, ain't nobody else going to buy Black Forest ham on discount from the Giant Tiger and fill these socks and fuck them. So if I don't do it, who's going to do it? This message is coming to me straight from the cosmos, bro. It's saying, fuck a ham sock. Oh, God. Oh. Zeria, all right, have a good one. Go get some rest before your pre-release, buddy. Jess, you ate so much KD the last 5 years you stopped and now it's been long enough it tastes good again. I get that. You eat something, you get sick of it, and then you go a long time without it and you're like, I can appreciate this again. TJ, you can get socks cheaper than that, bro. You can get 20 pairs for $10, son. Long hair, you always wondered what tube socks were for? I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know, give it them names. Millmaster, you can't do it with a latex glove in the middle because then you can't put it in your oven to heat it up. Like you put your ham in the sock and then you put it in the oven for 15 minutes and then you put your dick in it. what's funnier. I don't know what's funnier. Saying it or the fact that somebody has definitely done something like that. Like there's definitely somebody has heated up sandwich meat in a sock and put their dick in it. Like there's billions of human beings. There is zero chance. Like there is zero chance on this earth. Like if I was in some kind of demonic pact where it's like you have to say something crazy that has definitely happened, and I said that, and it'd be like your life is not forfeit because you are correct. Hey, oh God, Thompson, thanks for the super sticker, but that might be the most troubling version I've ever seen of video game controller man, bro. Like, look at that. Look at that shit. That's a guy who bangs ham socks. You know what I'm saying? Right in the ham socks. That's what I'm gonna get a shirt. I'm gonna get a shirt that says right in the ham socks. Right in the ham socks. Much more common in ER is baby oil and microwave and then on. Oh. You mean they superheat the oil in the microwave and then just pour it on their junk? That's crazy. Oh, Bo Falcon with the pop 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 hippo. Jack and end yourself. You're a jack off end yourself hippo sticker. Thanks, Bo Falcon. Austin, no Final Fantasy pre-release for me. I already came back from it, bro. I'm already back. Millmaster, it's hard to tell the temperature. What, if you put your finger in it? You should know the temperature of anything you're going to pour in your butthole. That is something everybody should know. What is your whole temperature threshold, right? It's important to know. It's important to know. Austin, is it a fast format? I mean, it didn't feel particularly slow. Millmaster with the hot dog sticker probably wants that in a taco shell. Some craziness like that. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, pre-releases are nice. People are excited. It's about having a good time. It didn't feel like there was like a massive turnout overall, though. It was something more akin to like a Modern Horizons 3, you know? I don't know, Jess. I think maybe a whole family of raccoons if you really try. Like if you really put your back into it. If you really put your back into it. Larry, you're still mad about it? Who the hell puts a hot dog in a taco shell? I know. It is genuinely distressing, buddy. I agree with you. It's distressing. We can't allow this to continue. All right? We're going to have to do something about it. Okay, my friends. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. As always, it's nice to spend time chilling with you. We will get back together again soon. But for now, the grand departure. Into the sea with Poseidon I go.